So I lost 5 basketball scholarships for a crime I didn't commit. I was facing 177 years in prison. They said I had something to do with a robbery, battery, criminal confinement, having a handgun without a permit, and another charge of robbery. I was at work when all these charges were happening somewhere else. I had nothing to do with it.
Breaking the silence, taking the dive in. Nikki pulling strings like she playing the violin. Made in his likeness, radiant vibrance. Give them all glory in a way to deny it. She gon' make you laugh, she gon' stimulate your mind. Making things shake, she ain't in no wasting time. They can come close but can't imitate the grind. Got a different way to illustrate and innovate designs. BTS podcast, gotta watch that. Teaching us the game, that mean Nikki got class. If you watch it once, you gon' wanna stop back. This an opportunity that you cannot pass. Unleash your inner voice, cause better days coming. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days.
Every story voice has a story. Every story has a moment. And today we're stepping into one that needs to be heard. So welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Silence. I'm your host, Arthur Nikki Nicole, and today's guest is a visionary, filmmaker, director, and author who lives at an intersection of time, legacy, and human resilience. Powerful storytelling, both screen and through the written word. He challenges us to reflect on the value of our journey and the purpose behind every moment. So, as a director of the upcoming feature film Time is Gold, he's using his platform to create impact, shift perspectives, and leave lasting imprint on culture. So, after his countdown, please welcome this amazing guest to the platform. So, for people meeting you for the first time, who are you before the screen?
Before the screen, so first off, the name of the film is called Time is God. I think it got like Time is Gold, but it's Time is God. And but yeah, like beyond the screen, me as a person, a husband, I'm a son, pretty laid back, a helper, like to do things in the community, whenever everything kind of the dust settles, like to be a help, and just be able to help people. That's pretty much me as a person. Yeah, when you think about me, that's pretty much about myself.
Okay, so now you created Time is God.
Time
But
is God.
so
G-O-D.
before the world hears that message, what did time have to teach you the hard way?
So I lost 5 basketball scholarships for a crime I didn't commit. I was facing 177 years in prison. They said I had something to do with a robbery, battery, criminal confinement, having a handgun without a permit, and another charge of robbery. I was at work when all these charges were happening somewhere else. I had nothing to do with it. So what did time teach me through all of that situation? I went to jail for probably like, I think like 6 months out of that situation, 4 to 6 months, I think, and then the trial lasted for a year and a half. But what I learned through the whole process, as far as everything is everything, don't happen in my time. It can happen. God is the one that's in control. So we never really know. If the reason why I got the name Time is God, that came from my grandfather. So he was on his deathbed. He was talking to me, and he had a cross and a clock, and he was saying those two go together. They're the same. And he used to be a pastor, so he used to say that time and God is the same thing, right? That's something we don't control. So in this life, um, as much as we try to control our time and think we got control and handle on things, we really don't. As big as and bad as people appear to be, um, they don't control time. So when it's all said and done, when your clock stops, that's it. So
Ooh,
so
that is
mhm.
true. So true though. God's timing is totally different. A lot of people get anxious to
Mhm.
do things, but God is gonna do what He's gonna do right on time. Believe me,
Yep.
right on
Yep.
time. Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you though. You know,
Yeah.
4 to 6 months, and then having to wait through a trial on top
Hmm.
of that,
Yep.
you can't get that back.
Nope. Can't get it back at all. Yep. And I mean, I tried to sue the state of Indiana, or at least we attempted to ask questions. I just think that. Sometimes with the general public, when we try to make sense of things that other people are working in that space, um, the treatment could be harsh, especially for an individual who don't really know anything about it and was minding their business, living their life. I also was in a documentary that was called Black and Blue by Dylan Avery. If it wasn't for somebody like yourself as well, shout out to Cap, Cottrell putting this whole thing together. If it wasn't for individuals like yourself sharing stories, important stories like this, um, the public won't know what issues is really going on in the community. So they just like to sweep issues like this under the rug or put it to the side. So yeah, we didn't for the grand scheme, the grand scheme of things. But like, I'm still alive. I'm still over here, and I still matter, regardless of what narrative they try to paint of a perfect world that they're living in. Um, most of these individuals who did this to me, they moved on with their lives, and I had to kind of be left with the pieces, right? And it just wasn't me. It was my mother. It was my auntie. It was individuals who had to step up, who had nothing to do with the situations, just like myself, as well as myself. So when you got individuals who is in charge, who are quote unquote powerful, and can deem things down to the general public, um, they don't know that they're messing up the general public. Yeah, because I became homeless. Um, I've seen I will say, I guess that's a good question that you asked. What did time teach me? I got this. I learned a lot about the world and how people treat each other in the world so much um, because of this. Just getting kicked to the curb, an innocent person kicked to the curb at that. An innocent person kicked to the curb is, which is quite crazy that an innocent person like myself will be kicked to the curb. um, so yeah, so I learned a lot about people, individuals, and it taught me a lot more about how to grow a stronger relationship with God and see God clearly, see God for who He really is, and why Christ was so innocent Himself. So I sometimes I can feel like, oh, I'm mad about what happened to me, but then when I think about Christ and things like that, it has me think of everything that he went through and everything and his story, and then what it was, relating these type of situations. And I feel like, wow, like I can't believe I got really railroaded like this and turned this way and pushed, you know. I also learned about greed. I also learned about greed. So I see how people are moving now, and it's just like it's sad. It's just kind of more pray for people more than anything. Um, and so I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot, and still learning a lot about life through this situation, and just pray for people's souls who ignore the innocent. That's all I can just say. Pray for their souls.
But sometimes God has a way of doing things like this. He'll isolate you from everybody. He'll
Mm,
remove everybody from your life and take you through this Job experience just so you can see who he really is and who's really moving
mm,
in your life. So sometimes we have to go through things like that. It's sad, but sometimes my son told me one day, he said, sometimes God allows the devil to handle you
mm.
so you can come back to him. So when he said it, I said, wow, wait a minute. So
Wow.
sometimes we have to go through the fire in order
Yeah,
for us to really see who God is and know what he's done for us and what he continues to do
exactly.
for us.
For
And
sure.
then the
Definitely.
people around us that we thought loved us, we suddenly
Hmm.
don't see them.
Yeah. That's wild that you said. Yeah. Is there saying God don't make no mistakes? It's wild that you said that. That's on time. That's on time. That is on time for real. No, that is really on time. Took the words out of my life right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. I've learned a lot. I know this, like I said in a couple other interviews, I say all the time. I mean, what would have happened if I did continue to play basketball, make it to the NBA, and pay for so many people, put so much money into pockets of because I know me. I know me. I'm very generous. That's why I even got in the mess in the first place. Is because I'm very generous. I could become a very. I'm like I like to help people. I like to. If I see somebody struggling, I'm the type of person want to get them out of that jam in some type of way. I always felt like I got to be the one to help somebody in that jam, not save them, but just be a help. You know what I mean? So,
Story of
um,
my life.
yeah, right. so So yeah, and still, I'm not gonna stop helping people, but it just take you down a line where you just gotta pray for them, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's their ulterior motives with some of the things that they are doing. So I don't know. I'm just trying to help people. You know what I mean? I like to help, but I think at this point, it's time to help myself in one way. Um, and in the midst of this, is just pretty much in sharing the story. And I feel like it's still helping the public. I think it helps people get understanding the general public. Me being homeless, why they say, "Oh, why we got homeless issues here and why we got homeless issues there." I've seen it. I've seen people be very hypocritical. So I learned that people are extremely hypocritical by telling you, no, go get a job, and then you go try to get a job with this criminal history, and you're stopped at the place and tell you, no, you got to get that taken care of. Then you go try to get that taken care of downtown, and they tell you no, and then now you're waiting in somebody's basement, or you're living with your parents, or you're trying your hardest, and then you're getting called broke, NIGG, then you're getting called all these. You getting kind of, even when you're trying, and it doesn't matter what you do, and then you get laughed at and you get toyed with. It's a lot of stuff that just trying to do something with your life. Um, Amongst people who just, I don't know, I guess they don't, I don't know if they see it clear. Some people can't see it clear or want to see it clear or want it to happen for you. So like I said, like you said as well, I appreciate the ones who are here now, who was able to help me express what is normal, which is considered, what's been called weird, but what is really just considered normal. So you should want to do better for your life. You should want to take care of your peoples. You should want to do things like that, and that's normal. That's not weird.
But you
So
know what though?
it's always
We
been my
all wear different size shoes for a reason.
mm,
We can't walk in another person's shoes because it might not fit.
that's right. That's right. I learned that. I learned that through acting. I did learn that through acting. So you're right. Yep. As being an actor. So I am an actor as well. In the midst of acting and going through this journey, I get to learn how to be in other people's shoes and see it from other people. So it's been taking me. That's how I got into acting. Is I left Indianapolis. I'm originally from Indiana, so I left Indiana and I came here. Madonna is the one that inspired me. I was staying in my auntie basement. Yeah, I know. Out of all the people wouldn't even think like, what inspired you to come to LA? Like Madonna. Madonna. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I was in the at my auntie's base, my great auntie's basement, because I literally was looking for work. Work. I mean, I'm talking about. I go. Any person know me know I will work extremely hard. So if I put my mind to it, and I did that, and I just was getting no's. Every job I was trying to go to, I had to work at McDonald's. I had to work at Burger King. I had to do what I, what I need to do. You can't really, can't really pay your bills off of those like that. But I did everything that I could to try to get a job and work these jobs. And I came down to the point where I tried to get a job at what's that place called? A temp job, like a temp job, and I was denied a temp job. I couldn't even believe it. Yes, a temp job. I couldn't even get a temp. I was turned away even from a temp job, and once I was turned away from this temp job, and it's so much trouble that was in my family as well too, that was trickled back towards my. I was just trying to stay out of trouble, and trying to weave all this trouble that can come my way. So I was like, man, I got to get somewhere else. So I ended up getting a ride share to Los Angeles, California. I got all the way out here and I seen something for the NBA on Craigslist and I applied for it and I got picked. And it's funny how when I first came to LA, my first job I got was with the NBA. And I didn't make any money or nothing like that, but I was able to work with TNT and NBA, with the NBA, and then after that, I shot a national commercial for Buick, in which I won a Telly Award, and I made a little bit of money from. And from there, I got eligible to join the Screen Actors Guild. So from the Screen Actors Guild, I was looking at it for me as a new start in life. That God was taking me on a new path, where where the door was shut in one place from just working a regular job, the door was shut from me in that aspect. So here I am. God is opening up this door for me to become in the community filmmaker, public figure in one aspect, to work at that. And I just start studying. I didn't know nothing about acting. I start being a background actor and just going on set and learning about acting and from there just learning and studying and taking classes and listening and learning and working with John Singleton to working with Ava DuVernay and working with all these different artists, just even background, just studying, being on set and just everybody's having fun and living their life and I'm just studying, trying to change my life, going through what I'm living with my life and trying to make sense and trying to work on my life and so yeah, so at that point I wrote my script. I was just writing the script, didn't know what I was doing, and then God had me meet a woman that just walked past after we finished the movie, and she wanted to help me with my script and help me. Like she used to be a teacher for UCLA, so she's retired. She used to teach screenwriting, so she helped me develop my script and get it like right for like film and television. And then she introduced me to other individuals with like CAA, Creative Artists Agency, and they start teaching me how to make it ready and available for films and televisions and learning how to do all of this. So now I know how to. I'm just learning. I'm just like a student, like a lifelong student that I didn't even know that I'd be learning if that makes sense. I didn't know I'd go this way. I didn't know nothing about this. and I'm learning it. I know how to do it. I understand um, treatments, film treatments, and understand scripts and how long they should be, and understand the setups and the formats and how to format that. And then as far as directing, learning directing and learning how to just learning everything and anything to do with the film agency, entertainment industry, and just becoming that, and staying away from the bad, staying away from the parties all the time, and just being a student and using life as as my teacher. And but sometimes it doesn't move your head forward because you don't join these parties and these groups. Yeah, so that's the hard part. Is like, yeah, it's like, dang, should I go join a clique? Should I go hang out at the club? Should I? Yeah, it's like I'm like trying to move my life forward. I mean, my career forward, and but I ended up joining the Screen Actors Guild, so I am in the union now. I've been in the union since 2020. I joined at an odd time. I had a meeting with Warner Brothers, and because they was discovering me, and then just out the blue, COVID happened. It was just always something kind of stopping. Something stopped, not always, but something stopping something, and maybe it was for a good reason. So, um, yeah, so I ended up getting married around 2022, and I'm sorry, 2021, and we ended up getting married, and then we ended up moving back here to LA once COVID kind of died down, and yeah, just been currently um, staying focused. Especially during this time, it's been a really wild time right now. uh, Putting this screenplay together. I'm putting this film together. We having a table read on the 23rd at the Cartoon Network building, the old Cartoon Network building. I'm bringing a few actors out, and just in the midst of raising money for this film and trying to make the money ourselves, and just shoot this movie. So that's the thing.
If walking in your in your purpose was a person, that would be
Hmm.
you.
Hmm.
Because God was putting people in your path to help you. What are the odds somebody walking by to help you with your script?
I know. I know.
That was God.
I know. I know. I know. It's. Look, I'm telling you. And you know what? I think people try to show that to me a lot, but I think people really don't know how much um, I see God on it. So many stories I can tell. How real God is just, I guess, coming on these interviews is cool, but sometimes these interviews more or less would be like, I think an interview for me would be just the most silent interview ever, if that makes sense. Like, just to marvel on how real God is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Talking it can't even describe. I really cannot see, if I was not even to believe in God and the stuff that I've been through. There's no kind of way I could deny Him. It's to get like it yeah, it's unbelievable the stuff that I
Oh,
can tell you. So many stories, so many stories. But yeah, God is extremely real for anybody who don't believe that. Um, I, 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 I challenge you to tap in. That's what I
amen.
challenge you to do. It's real.
Amen.
It's
So
really real.
now, how has stepping into both acting and directing changed the way you see yourself, not just as a creator, but as a man in general?
Um, I don't know. I think a lot of people thought about me that I was about myself a lot, and I think highly of myself and things like that. But I'm an only child, so I always really kind of feel bad sometimes. I don't know, doubt in some type of way. I kind of put myself down a lot. I found myself doing that a lot in life. But it doesn't show when people see me. So for some reason, it doesn't show, but maybe it do, and then they want me to push myself down. But I don't know. It's really changed me to a point where, first off, it made me tired. I'm more tired than anyway, because it's like, it's a lot when you're putting together and you're doing it by yourself. It's a whole lot to put together a film, to have a budget, to put everything together and everything. My wife, she has joined board, and I think the reason why my wife is able to join as much more is because she's around me now to see the behind the scenes even more. I think people, when they're not behind the scenes to see what's actually going on, yeah, they won't really know. They would just assume. I always say that's like ASS. I assume that they know what's going on, and until you actually hear and you can see what's going on. And it took even my wife, when I first was we was getting together, I was telling her how LA was, and she didn't really believe it. It can't be like this until you come and you see exactly. Now it's like, oh man, oh it is. It's like you gotta kind of connect. So I will say, I don't think I could ever look at myself the way people think I look at myself, and the high minded, because um, if it wasn't for God, it's no kind of way. I think when people say that, we say that just because it sounds good, but I'm like really mean that. Like, if it wasn't for God, is no kind of way I can do the things that I've done. There's absolutely no kind of way I could do that. So, um, but being good to myself, in the midst of being good to myself, I do see um, being a direct, like this journey, as you asked, like far as being a director, actor in this new thing. I feel more secured, if that makes sense. I feel more secured. Um, it's, I mean, I feel more confident, if that makes sense. I'm extremely confident now. My confidence is not like other people's confidence; it's more godly confidence. Um, and yeah, I don't feel nervous. I still feel kind of the same. I'm not really like, I feel like it can be done. I feel like it can actually happen when I have, you know, the right people come aboard, and we can actually make something happen. But God is working it out. So I'm just, like I said, I'm following God, doing my best. I'm getting older. I'm 43 now, and so I look at all these type of things. I'm looking at a lot of things. My family matters more to me, even more now. My mom and my wife is pretty much my family right now, and her family has pretty much been. And I just been really looking at a lot of things in the spectrum of where God's taking me. That's all. And anything that's trying to block it or do anything just not about His will, I just turn the other direction, go that go that way. Yep, yep, go that way.
Exactly.
Yep. If it
And
happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it ain't meant to be, and
that's
I'm okay with it.
that's
So
it.
God.
It ain't meant to be, Might
Yep,
not, sometimes God take us in places that He'll stop us from going to certain places. And
yep.
we think it's just the worst thing in the world. Oh, I really want to do this. You
Hmm.
wasn't supposed to be there. That was you was it's something better in the works for you. That's
Sure
why
is.
He delayed it or stopped it. But
Yeah,
this is my least favorite part of the show because it's been an amazing conversation.
it's okay.
The last question. Now, I'm make you think a little bit.
Yep.
If time stopped for you today,
Wait, could you repeat that, because I couldn't hear that part.
if time stopped for you today, hopefully it won't.
Mhm.
What would your life say about how you used it, and would you be proud of that story?
Um, if my life stopped today, would I be proud, and would I be glad on the time that how I used it? Um, I would say yes. I would be proud. Um, I would. I think I've been through the mental state of some of the things that I'm not proud of myself about. I think I think I hang in that space for a lot of my life. So I think, like, if I was, I think I'd be proud, because I've seen the way people have not taken me serious in life. Um, I've seen how I kept my faith in Christ. I've seen how I've not wavered, and when I did, God had to bring me back, and I stayed. I've seen myself attempt to do the right things. I've seen myself in situations setting myself up to try to help others. So I think I don't. I know the Bible say that um, to a man's ways he thinks that he's right, but it could be wrong, right? Um, and I definitely keep in mind of that. Um, I know that I'll just put it this way. I know that my motives in anything that I've ever done was always pure. So, and my purpose has always been pure. So if I can't do anything about people's perceptions on what they think of me or how I'm seen or how I'm viewed or what they think about me. And it's always been pure. It's always been pure, and I'm okay with that. So I think that if time was to stop, I think that's something that God knows, that He knows in my heart and His heart of hearts, that my heart's been extremely pure on my purpose of why I do things. It's always been to just help others and not hurt them at all. So whether I make it or not, it's always been for that. So it's always been about my purpose. Always been about purity. So with that
Well,
being
let the church say amen.
said, yeah, yes, ma'am. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much
You're
for.
welcome. So now it's your time to shine. This is your moment where I allow you to let everybody know how to follow your journey, what's coming up for you next, all the good stuff about you. So after the countdown, you're up next. You're gonna be up here by yourself. I have to tell everybody that. They'll be like, "Where did she go?" You're gonna be up here by yourself. This is your
Okay.
moment. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So before I pass the mic, I just want to say thank you. I am grateful to be able to converse with some amazing people doing amazing things every day and share them with you so you can know about these people. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting Breaking the Silence. It means the world to me. So if this space has inspired you, challenged you, or made you feel seen in some type of way, do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel, like this episode, share it with someone who needs it, and drop that comment and let me know you're here because I want to hear your thoughts. Your support means everything to me. It keeps these conversations going. So now, let me pass the mic so you can know how to get in contact with this amazing guest. So let's get back into this episode.
Hey, what's going on? So if you want to reach me at any time, my name is Dario Antoine Lee. You can also reach me on Instagram. Instagram is at Lee Dario. That's LeeDario. And that's on Instagram. That would probably be the best way to reach out to me, and try to connect with me. You can check me out on IMDb as well. But yeah, I hope this interview has been a blessing to most, and I look forward to working with you. You all. I also have a film that's coming out called Time is God. It goes over my story. There is a way to donate. I will hope somebody will donate to the film. We're trying to reach our goal for budgeting, so that we can shoot this film and make this film a reality. I would love for individuals to reach out to me too if you have any type of way to help as well with the film. With that being said, thank you very much, Nikki. Thank you for Cap. Thank you for David Jordan. And I appreciate you guys all, and many blessings to everybody. All right, talk to you then.
Well, thank you so much for coming and supporting me. I look forward to seeing anything and everything that you touch from this day forward because I know it's going to be good.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And thank you to everybody else out there that's tuning into this amazing episode today. I hope that you heard some of the gems he dropped today because I caught him. I caught him. But listen, remember, I say this all the time your 24-hour matter. It matters. Every day that you come onto the scene, it matters. What you do, where you go, how you treat people matters every single day of your lives. So remember to honor your 24 hours and use them wisely because you never know the time of the day or the hour that you're going to be gone. So thank you once again for tuning into another episode of Breaking the Silence. And I hope this conversation today left you feeling seen, heard, and inspired. And remember, your story matters, your voice matters, and healing begins when we stop suffering in silence. So until next time, keep speaking your truth, keep showing up for yourself, and keep breaking the silence because healing does what? Start when we speak. Later, everybody.
Better days, slowly but surely it's a better space that'll waste my mind, so I meditate till I levitate, I elevate when I learn not to hesitate, no more keep moving forward, chase my goals and focus more towards it, hate the lows but I need those to flourish, place my goal in front, that's what's important. So I ask myself what inspires me, breaking out of my shell, feeling your shot quiet me, and now I'm breaking the silence like I'm Nikki Nicole, let's go. Promise you gon' see better. Hey, gotta keep going till you see them. Promise you gon' see better. Hey, you gotta keep going till you see them.